Thanks for coming over.
Well, you made it sound pretty important. Something wrong with one of the kids?
No, they're fine. It's not about them.
Ridge, look, I told you I would be there for them, and that's it. I can't keep seeing you like this. It's really hard on me.
Look, please don't go.
No, I have to.
Look, I just want to warn you about something, okay? And then if you want to go, I'll understand.
Is this about Mom? Is she gonna push this maid of honor thing?
I don't think your mom's going to have a maid of honor. In fact, there may not even be a wedding if Massimo gets his way.
Yes. No, it's fine, Shelley. I've been expecting her. Send her in. What took you so long?
What the hell did you think that you were going to accomplish by telling Brooke that Ridge is your son?
You know what my goal was.
If you wanted her to have the opportunity to gloat over me, I mean, is that what you wanted?
Mm-mm. What I wanted was to put a stop to this wedding. Why shouldn't Brooke know the truth?
Oh, Moss, please. Did you think that she'd get angry because he hadn't told her about it before? Or that she'd be so upset that she'd call off the wedding? Because that's not what happened. All you did is give her ammunition to use over me.
If I had been allowed to finish what I was trying to say, okay, none of this would have happened. Because she would have left that building destroyed, okay? She would have been so wrapped up in her own pain, she wouldn't have given you a second thought.
That's why I didn't let you finish the conversation. I knew you were going to tell her that Ridge and Bridget had kissed.
And when she hears that...
Wait. What do you mean? When she hears that?
You don't think I'm going to leave that unsaid, do you?
Thank you so much, Clark, for coming with me.
I was never going to let you go through this alone.
Hi, I'm Darla Einstein. I have a 10 o'clock appointment.
Well, someone will be with you in a minute, Miss Einstein. Why don't you take a seat?
Okay, thanks.
You want a coffee or tea or something?
No, I'm not allowed to drink anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How about a magazine?
I'm fine.
Are you?
It's a 10-minute procedure. How bad can it be, huh?
Everything's gonna be all right.
Darla?
Yes.
Dorothy Harris. I'm one of the counselors here at the clinic.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm Clark Garrison. I'm Darla's friend.
Mr. Garrison?
Hello.
You're going to try to talk me out of this, aren't you?
Not at all. I'll explain what's about to happen. I'll ask you a few questions. And then it's up to you whether or not you're prepared to go through with the abortion.
How long will Macy be in surgery?
If the results of the cone biopsy are benign, or if they show a stage 1 malignancy, which means that the abnormal cells haven't grown beyond the growth in her uterus, then she should be back in the room in time for lunch.
Better plan on ordering me a tray then.
Looks like we're good to go.
Thank you.
I just need your signature.
The release form that we talked about?
That's what that is, yes. In the event that the cancer isn't contained, you'll be giving me permission to do a hysterectomy. Why don't you two take a few minutes together and read it over? And then if everything looks okay, we'll get started.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we don't have a choice, do we? I have to sign it.
Come with me, please.
This is the first time having an abortion?
Yes, it's the first time I've been pregnant, also.
Is Mr. Garrison...
The father? No. The father is married.
That must be a very difficult situation for you.
Yeah. Especially since his wife is my best friend. God, I know that sounds horrible, doesn't it?
Is she aware of...
No, and she can never find out. Oh, God. If she ever knew what happened between her husband and me...
I understand.
That's why I have to do this. I can't have this baby.
Honey, if you're having second thoughts, we can speak to other doctors, do more research, and see if there's other options other than a hysterectomy.
We don't need to. I'm not gonna need one. Thorne, do you remember that night? It was a long time ago. It was years ago, and we decided we wanted to make a baby.
I remember a lot of those nights.
And we'd just taken a swim, and we were out on the patio looking at the stars, wondering about our future, wondering if we were going to ever have a family.
And we saw the lunar eclipse.
The lunar eclipse. And you held me in your arms, and you told me that in ancient times, people believed that the moon controlled the cycle of life and death and rebirth, and that an eclipse was a very powerful sign.
Yes, and people who saw it would be blessed with fertility.
And when you made love to me that night, I knew it was true. I could feel it. I could feel it in the deepest part of me.
A lot of things have happened since then, Mace.
And we've gotten through it all.
Yeah.
And I really believe that everything we have gone through has been God's way of making us stronger, of getting us ready for this magical gift that we were promised.
We have paid our dues, haven't we?
It's gonna make it that much more precious. And you better believe that little Thorne is gonna hear about all the fuss it took to bring him into this world.
You know what, honey? You are gonna be one hell of a mom.
Is Massimo still threatening to tell Mom that you and I... that we have these feelings for each other?
You knew he was considering that?
He tried to convince me to say something to her. Insisted it was time for all the secrets to come out.
Yeah, well, he got his wish on one of them.
What do you mean?
Thanks to Massimo, Brooke now knows he's my father.
Oh my God, he did it. He actually told her?
Oh, he was gonna hit her with the second half of the story if Mother hadn't come in and stopped him.
Okay, so she has no idea that you and I...
Not yet. No, not yet. Massimo is so desperate to derail this wedding. He might just pick right up where he left off at any moment.
What is it with him? I mean, why can't he just stay out of this?
He just wants what's best for his son, and for some strange reason, he thinks it's you.
Probably didn't help you told him we kissed.
I'm sorry I said anything.
Why did you?
It just sort of came up, that's all.
Something like that just doesn't come up.
Massimo was going on and on about how perfect we were for each other. So I told him that we kissed, and that proved to us that there was nothing there.
Like he'd really believe that? Ridge, you gave Massimo the smoking gun. I mean, you just handed him the evidence he needs to stop your wedding. Is that what you wanted?
If you keep pushing this, you'll lose Ridge.
Listen, I would rather risk his rejection than sit back and let him marry that bitch.
Moss, I don't want him to marry Brooke either.
Stephanie, you are a woman of stature, integrity, and look what you have sunk to. With all these lies that you have kept from Eric, you're getting as ridiculous as Brooke.
So you think I'm ridiculous? And what are you? Pushing a brother and sister to fall in bed with one another.
For the last time, they are not brother and sister.
Moss, a blood test does not erase away the years of relating to one another that way.
They've only connected as adults. The warm feelings that they have only started after Taylor passed away.
Oh, but why Bridget? Why didn't you introduce him to someone else?
You admit that they have feelings for each other.
Of course they're connected. They've grown up with each other all their lives.
So why do you deny them the right to explore it?
Oh,
You're asking if I was trying to sabotage my own wedding?
Most men getting married don't kiss other women.
I love Brooke.
How do you feel about me? God, Rich, if you're afraid to answer that, how are you going to look my mother in the eye a few days from now and promise to be faithful to her for the rest of your life? Now, I have done everything I can to block out what's been happening between us. You have to try too. Look, you have to put Stephanie out of your mind. You have to put Eric out of your mind and focus on my mother. I know it's been hard for you, dealing with the repercussions of finding out Massimo's your father. And if I've been any help to you in dealing with that...
You have, Bridget. You really have.
Well, I'm glad. And now that my mother knows, you can turn to her.
Well, seems like everybody was in on this little secret except for me.
Thorne,
It's past lunchtime.
I'm sorry. The growth was cancerous. Stage 2, which means...
I know what it means.
The good news is we got it all. So Macy probably won't need radiation or chemotherapy.
Does she know?
She's in recovery. She hasn't come out of the anesthesia yet.
She was so sure everything was going to be okay. Convinced me, too. Even went down to the bookshop to get a, baby naming book. How the hell am I supposed to tell my wife that she had a hysterectomy? Mace?
She won't be awake for a while, so why don't I check on a few other patients? I'll be nearby, and I want you to page me if you need me.
Okay. Thank you.
Look what happened to us because we didn't give our love a chance. Who knows what joys we've missed? How much more fulfilled our lives would have been.
Or we could have ended up fighting like cats and dogs and hating each other in the end.
Well, okay, that's possible, but that's not the point.
I know. I'm not going to stand here and debate this with you. I don't want you to do anything. Please, Moss. Please. Don't you dare do anything.
I'm going to do what I damn well please. And this time, I am not going to be stopped.
So, how long have you known? Before Ridge, actually. Massimo slipped up and... But you didn't tell Ridge. Mom, I had no clue what to do. It wasn't until Massimo told Ridge the truth that he and I talked about it. And I guess you went to Bridget because you and I were having trouble back then.
I needed to confide in someone, and Massimo told me that Bridget already knew.
Well, I'm glad that you were there for him. You always seem to know what Ridge needs.
He doesn't always listen.
Well, then you better listen to your little sister. Oh, I guess we can't really call you that anymore, can we? But you will be a very big part of Ridge's life. Especially when we get married. Isn't that right, sweetheart?
You love her, Ridge. Come on. You want her? Damn it. Go for it. Shelley, I want you to put together an engagement party for Ridge and Brooke at my penthouse. Just family. No, I don't want to wait that long. Make it tonight. Thank you. I can't let you marry her. Tonight, my son, is the end of your old life and the beginning of your new one.